I don't really know at this point how to quantify what's happening with the Seattle Seahawks. The previous 2 weeks, they dominated two bad teams, the Arizona Cardinals and the Buffalo Bills, and people not necessarily could buy into the fact that the offense was that good. Despite the fact of doing things that other offenses had never done in NFL history, most offenses, putting up 108 points in 2 weeks, most people did not believe that this was something that they could do against the San Francisco 49ers, the top defense in the NFL. Welcome to the end of Week 16, Sunday Night Football, and the Seahawks just beat the 49ers by a score of 42-13. Let me repeat that, 42 points against the San Francisco 49ers, the best defense in the NFL. Now, granted, the 49ers did not have Justin Smith, one of their top players on defense, a veteran that has not missed a game in like 10 years. Probably like 12 years. He's a pretty old guy, like a long time ago, and was very important. However, even without him, Seattle themselves is without some important players on defense like Brandon Browner and Jason Jones, and only gave up 13 points, 2 field goals, and a garbage time touchdown to the San Francisco 49ers. Colin Kaepernick, the way that he was flustered and unable to do what he wanted to do, was a huge welcome to the NFL moment for Colin Kaepernick to find out what it's really like to play in Seattle in the CenturyLink. I'm not sure if I want to say CenturyLink Field. This is something that he's going to have to realize he's going to have to do a lot of if he's playing with the 49ers. Good luck with that. Overall, most of the stats come out kind of even. Seattle had 346 yards of total offense to the 49ers 313. They actually had the exact same yards per play, 5.6. Seattle had an interception. The 49ers lost a fumble. Now, if you hear me slurring any of my speech, it's because this was a night game. It's Sunday, and I don't have to work Christmas Eve. So, cheers. We've had a few. This game was over in the second quarter, for all intents and purposes, with Seattle leading 28-6 going into halftime against San Francisco. A big part of the game, 176 rushing yards for Seattle. Marshawn Lynch rushes for 100 yards again, putting up 111 yards and a touchdown against the 49ers' top run defense. However, Seattle's defense came to play real hard tonight. They were not letting anything happen for the 49ers. It was pretty much all Seattle all the way, special teams, offense, defense. We're talking about San Francisco, the top team in the NFC West, and many had them as the top team in the NFL after beating the Patriots in New England. I guess going to Seattle is not quite the same. There were some big injuries for San Francisco early, like the injury to Vernon Davis or the injury to Mario Manningham. However, we're still talking about a team like Seattle that just beat you 42-13. This is not insignificant. It also keeps Seattle in the race for the division. At 10-5, Seattle can win next week and move to 11-5. If the 49ers lose to the Cardinals, they'll drop to second place in the division, falling to a wild card spot. In addition to that, if the Packers lose to the Vikings, the Packers will fall behind Seattle because Seattle beat them on a Hail Mary that was definitely a touchdown and not an interception at the end of the game on Monday Night Football in Week 3. And that actually leaves Seattle with an opportunity to get a bye week and a home game in the hardest place to play in the NFL. It's quite a turn of events over the last 4 weeks, seeing Seattle beat the Chicago Bears in Chicago and then dominate the Cardinals, the Bills, and the San Francisco 49ers. How do I feel about this? I don't know what to feel about this. Seattle is doing things that they've never done. Seattle's doing things that teams in the Super Bowl era have never done. Again, the Super Bowl era. 150 points is what they've scored over the last 3 weeks. Their 120-point differential plus 120 over those 3 weeks, beating teams 150-30. I can get it out. Something that hadn't been done since the Bears in the 40s or whatever. The Bears are old. Also, Russell Wilson had 4 touchdown passes. That one interception that was tipped up by Robert Turbin and turned into an interception. We could say that Russell Wilson didn't have the greatest accuracy on that throw. However, Turbin should have made the catch. That gives Russell Wilson 25 touchdown passes, on the season. The rookie record is Peyton Manning, 26 touchdown passes. By the way, he also had 28 interceptions, but we won't talk about that. Russell Wilson has 10. It doesn't matter, whatever. So, that gives Russell Wilson one fewer touchdown pass than Peyton Manning in his rookie season. A third-round rookie, the 75th overall pick, too short to play in the NFL. All of a sudden, the guy that was going to lose his job, is not going to win the job over Matt Flynn. Guess what? He's putting together one of the greatest rookie seasons in the history for a quarterback. And also, it's just 2 touchdown passes against the Rams next week for having more touchdown passes than any rookie in the history of the NFL. This dates back to the time of the Big Bang. This dates back to all the way before football was ever invented, before the earth was real. That's Russell Wilson, the greatest rookie quarterback, in some ways, than anybody has ever lived. I don't know how it's happening, but it's happening. I don't know how to know exactly what's happening right now with the Seahawks. The way that I feel about them right now is that every time something happens, it's going to go right. That's what's happening right now over the last 3 weeks. Anytime I think this would be the perfect thing to happen, that's what happens. I haven't felt that way since 2005. I got some tingling in my dingling. So, great win tonight for the Seattle Seahawks, beating the 49ers on Sunday Night Football, clinching a playoff berth, keeping their division hopes alive. And here we go. Next week, St. Louis Rams, playoff implications. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Go Hawks for life. I mean, seriously, it's so amazing what's happening. I've had my drinks. I said I'd keep it classy, but I didn't have too many drinks, and I just put on a suit jacket tonight for that purpose. Please subscribe. Let's get way over 500. So that way, the people at SB Nation are like, oh, we need this guy, and he's getting, and they'll give me money. That'll be awesome. I like money. Who doesn't? I like Money Lynch. I like Skittles. We're doing so well right now. Everything is good. Everything is gravy. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Go Hawks.